Welcome back. In this lecture, I will implement the chase system. Let's create the chase player function so that our enemy can chase the player. First, create controller class for the enemy. Right click and click on the blueprint class. You cannot see the AI controller class for the enemy. Click on all classes, search controller class. Select this AI controller class. Give the name and open the class. You can see the same viewport construction script and event graph. Delete all the nodes and go to the enemy class to attach this AI controller class with the enemy class. Search pawn, change the controller class to our AI controller class. Let's create the custom chase player event. Add input to the player node. Search pawn. Create see player variable. When the enemy sees the player, then this variable will be true. Now search AI move to function and connect to the self node. And the target node will be our main player. Connect with retrigger delay node and to check the enemy is seeing the player or not. If the enemy is not seeing, then the enemy will move random location using the roam function. For example, shooter player hides behind the wall and the enemy cannot see the player for the 2 seconds. Then the enemy will move its own random location. Go to the controller class to implement the chase player functionality. Search pawn sensing component and attach to the controller class so the enemy can sense and chase the player. As you can see the green line in the radius of sensing. If the player occurs in this sense radius, then the enemy will chase the player and attack him. You can increase and decrease the radius according to your preference. And even you can change the vision angle, but I guess 90 degrees is good for now. Scroll down and click on see event. This is our player which it will detect by the enemy during the chase. First I need to check the player is valid or not using the tag node. Go to the shooter character class and add the tag. Click on the BP shooter and search tag. Click on plus icon and type the player. Then compile and go to the controller class. And I need to check it is true or not using the branch node. Search event on possess node. This node is just like a begin play. Cause to BP enemy and promote the variable. Why I create this step? Because I can access the chase player function into here. Drag the enemy variable and convert to the validated node. Now search the chase player function. Connect pawn with this player node. Pawn sensing event is called on every frame. If the enemy senses the player the next time, this function will not be called again and again until the player dies or hide behind the obstacles. Let's compile and test it. First create a wall to test the roam function is working or not. Now the enemy is chasing me. It means chase function is working perfectly. Now I hide behind the wall and enemy chase me for the 2 seconds and the enemy change its location. You can increase and decrease the seconds according to your preference. Now that's it in this lecture. See you in the next lecture.